I'm just embarking on a 900 kilometer, what's that in miles? It's 550 miles, 575 miles, something like that, journey today, and I'll be giving a couple of updates along the way. This is the real deal. This is traveling in winter with the Hyundai Ioniq 5, and I have lots of experience, and I tell you, the noteworthy thing about traveling with the Hyundai Ioniq 5 is that in winter is that it's not noteworthy at all. It just works. Charging just works, and although knock on wood, maybe I'm kind of jinxing it, but I don't think so. Anyway, I hope you enjoy coming along. There you are. Oh, my name's Bruce. This is my channel. If you like this riveting content, although much of it is not like this, I purposely try to not just make videos about, you know, my car or that, but I like to make videos about the ideas of economics and governance and public policy and how we can make the world better. And one way that we can make the world better is electrify everything. So electric car, we do this journey, and we're not going to burn any gas, really. And someone's going to say, yeah, but hey, if you check it out, I have a whole video about that word, yeah, but. Anyway, thanks. I'm making a stop. This stop, I've stopped at some charging stations, but this stop has nothing at all to do with charging. Nothing. This is, this stop is because the most important thing to have when you're traveling in wintertime is, well, the best thing to do is to not travel, but if it's a big storm. But in winter in general and always, you want to have your windshield wiper fluid topped up. That's key. And if you make an observation, you'll see that I have boatloads of this stuff in the car at all times, because there's nothing worse than not having it. When you can't see, you can't drive. But I've stopped at electric vehicle charging spots because they're everywhere. And this one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots ranging from 50 kilowatts to 100 kilowatts. And I'll tell you, I've mentioned this before, but don't knock those 50 kilowatt spots. They're actually awesome for all kinds of reasons. Oops. Drop that one on the ground. That's no good. Here are the Fluid of Champions, Lauren Teed, minus 40. Hi, so I'm gonna charge up. Actually, gonna have breakfast. The first charge stop. I'm gonna say I'm choosing to use the 50 kilowatt charger because I kind of know how long I'm gonna stop for breakfast, and it just seems to work appropriately. And here it's less expensive to use the 50 kilowatt. Actually, very, very inexpensive to use the 50 kilowatt chargers. And we also have some hundreds over here, and nearby there's bigger ones. There's 180s and stuff like that, 250s, but there's charging everywhere, really. Oh, and this idea about what if it doesn't work? Well, I'll jinx it now by saying this, but this is the most reliable charging network that exists. Full stop. Like, I have utmost confidence. I haven't used it in a while because I just charge at home. But plug it in. tap my little card, and away we go. Right now, cold, not that cold. Well, it's cold. It's winter. It's Canada. It's winter. We're on a road trip, right? First charge stop. That goes. And if you follow my other video, you'll know that there's so many electric vehicles in Quebec that hundreds and hundreds of deliveries by this truck delivering gasoline are averted. They're not necessary. And it's a very, very safe way to deliver energy is not by truck. Deliver it by wire. All right. Charge stop. Done. Breakfast done. Charge done. One great thing about the 50 kilowatt chargers, there's lots of great things, but is that they'll keep charging at 50 kilowatts until you get to 100%. However, to prevent people from just taking too long, the price doubles at 90%. From 90% to 100%, the price per minute doubles, which is awesome. Now that took an extra second because I don't charge here, or I don't charge this charge point that often. And so I don't think my card's set up with the app for the. I think it's expired. That's what happens. So however many seconds that was, it's not that many seconds. This is the second charge stop on this little road trip we're doing here in the Canadian winter, and this is the real deal. I mean, it's winter, it's cold. I mean, you're gonna get colder days, but this is a cold one, and so the car works well. It does that precondition or whatever, and then it just charges. And really, for a number of years, I've been doing this same thing between our basically my residence and the vacation house. And it's whatever it is, it's like 900 kilometers, whatever that is in miles, 550 or something like that. And it doesn't take any longer. It's a little bit quicker, really, to take my electric car than it is to take our gasoline car. Go figure. Oh, yeah. Car's charging at 100 kilowatts, but the real reason why I'm here, we'll charge up the car, and then I get, this is a grocery store. I get groceries on the inside. It's fine. Yes, groceries. Done. then in less time than it took me to get the stuff I was getting, I think the car is probably charged. Even though I'm in a place where the electric vehicles are very, very, very popular, there's always chargers available. The reason is because everyone charges at home. So if you have an electric vehicle, you charge at home. And then the people that cannot charge at home, there is abundant on-street charging, level 2 on-street charging, and there's lots of it. It's not lip service whatsoever. It's a serious thing. And here we have, you see that, but it's at 82%, still charging at what, 77 kilowatts or something like that. I'll give it a second, put this away, and then we'll be on our way. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this charger, the pricing is per minute, which is really, that's the best way to do it. A lot of people disagree with that, but from a perspective of public policy, from a perspective of allocation of resources, from a perspective of, well, it's the public resource that creates the electricity. Electricity is a public resource, even if you happen to be in a place where you think it's completely private. It's not. And so, these charging terminals are greatly assisted by the public entity, and so the real cost is the time that you spend on the thing, and that's what you're paying for. Period. And really, you're not even paying for that. You're just if you're in an area where electricity you think is completely private, it is still heavily subsidized, for sure. Here we are, Electrify Canada. Plug it in. See what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so car's charging. It's in the category that I would consider fine. I'm more hungry for food than I am eager for charging. I'd be happy if it were charging at 50 kilowatts or 40 kilowatts or anything really. 50 would be good. That way I could find a place to have some lunch. But this spot is it's a bit of a hike to get a meal. I would like to have a sandwich stand right there. I want a sandwich, or what the heck? I take a plate of pierogies or a nice spaghetti dinner, or maybe some bao. A bowl of pho. Take anything. Kind of hungry. Wait, we'll see what happens. Hi, here at this charger, I moved over. It just took a second. There's no one here. This is kind of a normal Canadian phenomenon. I mean, that most people charge at home. And so I'm on the road trip. It's about, I said, it's 900 kilometers, right around 550 miles or something like that. And it's a normal thing that I do. And really,
it doesn't take any longer in my electric vehicle than in my gasoline vehicle, and in truth it's a little bit quicker because it's kind of more comfortable and the charging usually works out better. Now, the heads up is I'm not being as aggressive or whatever as I had been, could be, with the trip and the charging and such. By aggressive, I mean choosing places that are kind of going to span it out a bit and, you know, theoretically make an effort to get there more quickly. I'm not trying at all. Just driving along and it's like, okay, time to charge. There you go. The thing about these road trip electric vehicle videos is you wind up having a lot of people talking at the camera and the car's charging, which gives you the impression that you're charging all the time, which could not be farther from the truth. Because if you think about it, you're not going to really kind of video while you're driving. It's not that exciting, and then the charging thing gives you a couple of minutes to stop and discuss. But really, this particular charging interval is the only one where on this trip that I've considered it to be a charging interval, because the car is charging and I'm standing around doing a little bit of exercise, but not much else is going on, and it's taken about 14 or 15 minutes or something all told. And you know, and I'm gonna head on my merry way. Maybe I'll finally get that. Maybe I'll have some McDonald's, or have some A&W, or have some Dairy Queen. No, Dairy Queen's cold. What would it be? Wendy's. Wendy's, I like Wendy's. Tim Hortons, not so much. But you know, Tim Hortons has a role. There you go. Starbucks, different story. But anyway, my name's Bruce. This is my channel. Like I've been saying. Yeah, I hope that if you enjoy, well, I don't make a lot of videos like this, but if you like, maybe if you like me or you don't like me, you can subscribe. Thank you. So I've plugged the car in 3 times, and right now I'm about 100 kilometers from my destination, and that's around 65 miles, and just about to come into what are the really, I think this is true, they're just about some of the most intense and busiest highways in North America. And so what I like to do is have a stop, have a cup of tea, perhaps a donut, I confess, and clear my head so that I have a full alertness and attention for the last push to the destination. That's what I do. And really, the trip, it, like I said a few other times, it's very comfortable. I mean, relative. I mean, it's a long drive, and takes no longer, for sure, for me at least, than driving a gasoline vehicle, because the limiting factor is it's not the car, it's me. Okay, that's it. Like if you notice, I'm stopped here. I'm not charging the car. There's no need, and then I'm gonna continue on my merry way after I feel a little bit of recuperation. Yeah, get some stop. Make sure that you're fully alert. This is I think this is a good strategy in general. Like I think I said in the previous stop, I think it's literally true. I have about, in my lifetime, around 2 million kilometers of driving, and I take my driving quite seriously because I don't want to, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx this. All right. Anyway, my name's Bruce. Hope you're enjoying this riveting content. Thank you. Hello. Well, this lighting is pretty bad, but it's not. The lighting's. Hi. This lighting's pretty bad, but I have arrived. Okay. So I left 8 o'clock this morning. Right now it's 8 o'clock in the evening, and I don't think that my journey was delayed whatsoever by any of the electricalness, and I had a couple of stops for coffee, stops for lunch, stops for dinner, stop for windshield fluid, and I charged 3 times. We've been keeping track on the journey, and that has comfortably allowed me to achieve my goal. I'm gonna probably post a slide. I'll create some sort of a graphic thing, and I'll post about the charging cost and those kind of things people might be curious about. But the point is, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, it's a wonderful car for road trips, very comfortable. I love the stereo. I drove along, and if you've been following these videos, you'll know what I've been listening to for at least the first part of the journey. This Cowboy Fringo. Oh my gosh, wonderful. And that's it. My name's Bruce again. This is my channel. This is possibly an uncharacteristic thing to have me in the nighttime, but if you enjoy this stuff, or please subscribe. Actually, the content, this is a bit of a deviation from the normal content. The normal stuff that I like to do, you know, I like to make videos about economics and public policy, really. But what the heck? I'm here, and now I've arrived. Everything's great, and now I can have a nap, right? Thank you very much. Bye. Please subscribe and all that stuff.